Have you ever considered the hidden cost of a fleeting impulse, the unseen threads connecting an angry wish to an inescapable consequence? We often crave immediate solutions to perceived threats, forgetting that the universe has a cunning way of balancing the scales, not always to our immediate satisfaction. What if the very weapon we forge in a moment of fury becomes the instrument of our own undoing? What if the desire to inflict pain, however justified in our minds, is merely a boomerang, destined to return with precise, devastating force? It is a stark reflection on the double-edged sword of ill intent, a cautionary echo in the chambers of our desires, reminding us that even the most righteous anger can weave a tapestry of self-destruction if its threads are dipped in malice. In the silent, shimmering city of Lamina, where all existence was woven from light by the elder weavers, resided a modest apprentice named Kael. Kael's primary responsibility was the maintenance of the daylight spool, a colossal orb of pure, distilled dawn that provided the city's warmth and illumination. Each sunrise, Kael, imbued with a deep sense of responsibility, meticulously adjusted its intricate mechanisms, ensuring Lamina thrived under its gentle glow. Yet, a peculiar affliction plagued Lamina, the Shadow Wraiths. These elusive, formless entities, born from stray thoughts of doubt and despair, would periodically drain small portions of the daylight spool's energy, leaving fleeting patches of dimness and cold. They were not malicious by design, merely drawn to the light, consuming it to briefly solidify their ephemeral forms. Most residents understood this natural ebb and flow, knowing the light always returned. But Kael, plagued by an intrinsic short-temperedness, viewed each flicker of dimness as a personal affront, a blatant disregard for his tireless efforts. One frigid morning, after a particularly severe drain had left a corner of Lamina unusually cold, Kael's patience snapped. He raged against the unseen wraiths, cursing their existence. He longed for a way to eradicate them, not merely deter. He spent weeks in the archives, poring over forbidden scrolls, driven by a simmering fury. He discovered a lost incantation, a binding of retribution, said to imbue the daylight spool with a self-defensive resonance. The scroll warned of a terrible paradox: he who casts this binding, let him beware, for the echo of its power shall resonate within the caster's core, transforming him into a mirror of his own desired curse. Kael, blinded by his anger and desire for unblemished order, dismissed the warning as ancient superstition. His short-temperedness overshadowed his inherent responsibility, twisting his virtue into a tool for vengeance. He chanted the incantation, his voice vibrating with a potent mix of frustration and resolve. As the final syllable left his lips, a ripple of shimmering energy pulsed from the daylight spool, a beacon designed to repel the Shadow Wraiths with painful force. That night, as the first wraith approached, the spool emitted a sharp, blinding burst. The wraith shrieked, dissolving instantly. Kael felt a surge of triumph, a perverse satisfaction. But as dawn approached, a peculiar sensation began within him. Each time the spool repelled a wraith, a fraction of its destructive energy was redirected, not outwards, but inwards, into Kael. He felt a deep chill, a loss of his own inner light. His skin grew translucent, his laughter became hollow, and his once vibrant spirit began to fade. The binding of retribution had indeed worked, but its echo was not just a metaphor, it was a devastating reality. Every successful repulsion of a Shadow Wraith diminished Kael, slowly transforming him into a phantom of his former self, a silent, chilling mirror of the very entities he so desperately wished to destroy. He had traded his vitality for vindication, his essence for an empty victory, realizing too late that his weapon against the shadows had made him their kin, forever bound to their ethereal existence by his own short-sighted, vengeful wish. Kael's descent into shadow echoes a profound human truth: the weaponization of our frustration often wounds us more deeply than our intended targets. In a world saturated with perceived threats and petty annoyances, our short-temperedness can easily lead us to desire punitive measures, forgetting the interconnectedness of all things. We construct mental and emotional bindings of retribution, hoping to banish what irks us, only to find our own inner landscapes diminished, our virtues eroded. The story warns against the allure of immediate, forceful solutions born of anger, highlighting how the energy we expend wishing ill upon others often returns to us, not as direct consequence, but as a subtle, corrosive decay of our own spirit. It's a poignant reminder that true responsibility lies not in forceful eradication, but in understanding, adaptation, and the careful cultivation of our own inner light, lest we become the very darkness we seek to banish. In the fragile dance of cause and effect, remember that the seeds of malevolence, once sown, will always bear fruit, and often, that harvest is reaped by the very hand that cast them. May your intentions be as clear as the purest light, for the shadows we cast can often consume us. This has been a Filiarium reflection.